Hello everyone and welcome to This is America. Here are the top US news for the week. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent on Sunday signaled a tentative deal with China to de-escalate their damaging tariff-fueled trade war before a summit between Presidents Donald Trump and Xi Jinping. Bessent said the US threat of a 100% tariff hike on Chinese goods had effectively been taken off the table in exchange for Beijing's differing curbs on its global rare earth exports. US President Donald Trump met with the Prime Minister of Qatar, a key ally in preserving the fragile Gaza peace deal. The Qatari leaders boarded Air Force One when it landed at Al Udeid Air Base, which hosts the regional headquarters for the US military and thousands of American troops. US Vice President J.D. Vance said, "I do think that we've made a lot of progress in understanding what the composition of the ISF, International Stabilization Force, would look like," as he was departing Israel. US President Donald Trump's administration sounded the alarm over potential turmoil at airports as the government shutdown threatens to drag into November. Trump's spokeswoman, Caroline Leavitt, told reporters the shutdown is already causing severe impacts at airports nationwide. If the Democrats continue to keep the government closed, we fear there will be significant flight delays, disruptions, and cancellations in major airports across the country this holiday season, she said. After creating a task force to fight drug cartels, US President Donald Trump said, "In a matter of weeks, the task force has made the largest number of arrests of cartel leaders, operatives, and gang members in American history, more than 3,000 and counting." He added that this action aims to permanently eliminate the presence of cartels and violent gangs in the United States. And that's your US recap of the week. What does Trump's Asian tour mean? US President Donald Trump is back on the world stage, this time with a major diplomatic push in Asia. His week-long trip kicks off with a flurry of trade deals and culminates in high-stakes talks with China. Trump landed in Tokyo on Monday after beginning his tour in Malaysia, where he sealed trade agreements with Southeast Asian nations like Malaysia and Cambodia. He was greeted by Japanese Emperor Naruhito and with the new Japanese Prime Minister Sana Takaishi as Japan offers to boost US imports from soybeans to pickup trucks and steps up defense spending. At the core of the tour is the looming summit with Chinese President Xi Jinping, expected this week in South Korea. Trump's team has already announced a framework agreement with China, a pause on planned 100% US tariffs on Chinese goods, and a delay by China on critical rare earth mineral export controls. Trump told reporters he expects a full deal in days. He also floated the possibility of extending his trip to meet North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un while in South Korea, a bold gesture, though officials say no direct talks have been arranged yet. In short, Trump's Asia tour combines economic diplomacy, security signaling, and dramatic optics. The outcome, a potential turning point in US-China relations and a chance for Trump to showcase global reach.
Hurricane Melissa has become one of the most powerful storms ever recorded in the Caribbean. On October 27, images from a U.S. Air Force reconnaissance aircraft, known as the Hurricane Hunters, showed plane flying through the eye of a massive Category 5 storm as it advanced toward Jamaica. Melissa rapidly intensified from Category 3 to Category 5 within 24 hours, with sustained winds reaching 175 miles per hour and a slow forward speed of just 3 miles per hour, conditions that make it especially destructive. Melissa continues to strengthen as it heads toward Jamaica. The U.S. National Hurricane Center warns of potentially catastrophic flooding. This potential for extreme rainfall due to the storm's slow movement will create a catastrophic event here in Jamaica, warns Jamie Rome, Deputy Director of the NHC. In Kingston, strong winds and heavy rains have already flooded several streets. Authorities warn coastal areas will face the most severe impact, with storm surges up to 30 feet and rainfall of nearly 40 inches expected.
So it is at the strongest category that it could possibly be. Areas around that coastline are going to be most impacted.
At his word, regardless of where it enters and where it exits, there is going to be massive flooding as a result of the surf that is going to require persons to relocate from their existing locations.
Jamaican officials have opened hundreds of shelters, but few are occupied. Prime Minister Andrew Holson warned that no infrastructure on the island can withstand a Category 5 storm. In Miami, volunteers from the Global Empowerment Mission are preparing emergency kits for families in Jamaica to be shipped once conditions allow. At least 7 people have died so far across Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic as Melissa moves westward toward eastern Cuba. Scientists say human-driven climate change is contributing to the rapid intensification of such storms. As Hurricane Melissa heads toward eastern Cuba, Jamaica is enduring one of the most powerful storms in its history, a reminder of the growing vulnerability of small island nations in an era of intensifying climate disasters.